Let's talk about how to homeschool multiple children of different ages. Let's get started. Hi there, my name is Karen, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing if you'd like to go from questions to confidence when it comes to homeschooling. I'm here to answer questions, and today I'm going to be answering the question, how do you do it? How do you homeschool effectively multiple children in different age levels? That could be a little overwhelming, especially for a first-time homeschooling parent, so let's just dive right in. Of course, I'm going to recommend to you the Robinson curriculum because it is perfect for this. It is a self-taught curriculum once you get to a certain point. Before then, you work with your children one-on-one. So for example, my older children are doing school completely independent except for one portion of the writing program, which I'll talk about in a second. And then I work with the younger children, teaching them how to read, mastering their math facts, directing their writing, giving them feedback, and teaching them how to read and having them read to me, testing their reading comprehension. So for example, how the Robinson curriculum works is that children, once they are at an age where they can read, they're strong readers, reading independently, and they have memorized all their math facts, they will then complete a Saxon math lesson, starting with Saxon 5-4. They will complete a lesson of that a day, or really it's supposed to be 2 hours a day. And then there is writing, where they write an essay every day, and then you correct it, give feedback, give it back to them, and they rewrite it. And then they read for 2 hours a day. So they can do all of that independently. All you have to do is grade the essay, provide feedback, and then give it back to them so they can fix it. This is going to help them improve their spelling, their composition. Now, I've done videos specifically on the writing component, and I will link those in a card here to the side. But in this video, I just want to keep it simple to teaching multiple children, right? So while they are busy doing that, the older children, completely independent on their own, I am then free to work with the younger children. Right now I'm working with 4 younger children, still working with them one-on-one. And I just take turns. And how I approach that is that we keep the same RC model in mind: math, writing, reading, because really you want to start off with the hardest component first, math, because after math, then it's a whole different type of day, right? But you want to do the hardest part first. Have you ever tried doing math at the end of the day? It's not good. You want to do it when you're fresh, most alert. Now, I know some parents think, no, I'd rather do math during nap time while the little kids are sleeping, but that's to help the older kids that are doing math while the youngest ones are sleeping. But when you have the oldest ones doing math completely independent on their own, then you're free to do math with the little kids in the morning, okay? So what we do is everybody memorizes math facts at the same time. I have a resource that I have created where inside it breaks up all the math facts into little chunks. And so each day, every child is at a different level. I give them a little stack of math cards that they have to memorize, math flashcards. I set the timer for about 30 minutes, let them test themselves in multiple ways. I have an RC board that they use, or they could just test themselves. They can write it on the board. Whatever way helps them best memorize the math facts. Then after 30 minutes, I test them. If they get them all right, they're memorized, check mark, and they get a new chunk the next day. Now, this might take a couple days, a few days, a week, however long it takes to memorize that stack. But then once they memorize it, you can check it off and move on to the next. So all the younger children who are still working on their math facts, we can do that together. Each one just gets assigned a different math chunk. Then writing, I assign each of the smaller children copy work. They can copy from a book as part of their writing, or the ones that are kind of growing out of the copywork stage, they're getting better at writing and reading. I just have them write maybe a paragraph on their own, half a page on their own, of whatever they want to write about. At this point, I just want them to write. Then they will give me the writing. I will correct it, give them feedback, and they can rewrite it. Same thing as what the older kids are doing, but I'm doing it at a more simple, gentler scale for the younger kids. For the older children, they're reading independently on their own from the RC list. For the younger children, this is where now I take time one-on-one to work on their reading skills. Whatever phonics program you want to use to teach them how to read, this is when you would do it one by one. I recommend doing it one by one at this stage. So then you go through your phonics lesson, and I think there should always be a little bit of writing incorporated in the phonics lesson, and then, maybe have them read aloud to you so you can kind of see where they're at, test their reading comprehension a little bit, and then let them read books on their own for the rest of the day. So that is a very stress-free way to homeschool multiple children, multiple grades. There are a ton of Robinson curriculum videos on this channel that you can check out. I've also done a 13-part free video series that you can watch. I'm also going to link this talk that Dr. Robinson, the creator of the curriculum, gave. If you think, I don't know if my child is capable of doing a self-taught curriculum, I think that video is the most powerful to watch. And to help you kind of break out of that mold of maybe what you think homeschooling should be, if you're thinking it should be public school, replicated at home, this will give you a different perspective, how there's a lot of decay built into that system already. So following it at home is not really the best idea or give you the best results or really reach your children's full potential. So if you're interested in learning more about that, Dr. Robinson's video is the best to watch. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.